Hi everybody, I'm Kelley. I'm a senior at Burlington High School, and yesterday was my full last day of my high school career. But before I start, I want to tell you a little about how I got here in front of you, of all of you, to talk about my speech. And one day the pixels on my iPad were off-centered, so I decided to go down to the help desk to look for some help because my iPad was really irritating me. And one of Miss Sheffer's students, Minus Perowit, was asking me about how the gymnastics team was because he used to be a former gymnast. And I was telling him that we did good this year. We did everything we could. We tried our hardest, and we did the best we can. And we really didn't win states, but we really didn't let that get to us that much. And at that moment, Miss Sheffer heard us talking about it, and she told me, she asked me, she was like, "You're not a gymnast." And I told her that I was, and I tried to convince her for a couple of minutes, and as well as the tech team, and she really didn't believe me. So to prove it, I did this. Amazing, right? Oh. So I did that, and like all you, she was amazed, and I gave a little brief explanation about it on how I was on the gymnastics team and how I got there. And when I was telling her about it, I rambled on for about 6 minutes, and when I was done, she looked at me and she was like, "Oh my God, you gave a TED Talk." Like her eyes lit up and she was so amazed, and a question mark came above my head. I was like, "A TED Talk?" I had no idea what a TED Talk was at the time, and she gave me an explanation about it and asked if I wanted to give a TED Talk, and it took me a moment. I thought about it, and I did say yes. I took up on her offer to do a TED Talk, and she was like, "Oh, I wanted you to be a speaker in the TED event. Like, you're an excellent speaker." And I don't know, I guess she must have thought what I had to say was an inspirational moment, and it was very important because, I don't know, she had no idea how I was as a public speaker. And I don't know, I thought it would be a good chance for me to express my ways in public speaking. And my message basically today is to listen to the positive role models in your life and don't be so quick to be judgmental on other people just because of the way they act or the way they look. And I'm basically here because if there are many people in my life that did doubt me, and I don't know, that thought I wouldn't make it, but I did prove them wrong. I did make it, and I made it because I was dedicated in what I was and what I did, and I was passionate about what I do. And I did listen to the positive role models in my life, like Jordan Reno. And Jordan was my coach, and not only was he my coach, but he was also my teacher. He was a substitute teacher in my middle school career from my 6th through 7th grade. And that's how I really got to meet this guy. And it was in my 6th grade year. I was in gym class, and we're playing wall ball. And out of nowhere, I guess he called me over, and he was like, "Hey, Drew, come here, do a backflip." And I could never do a backflip in my life, and never thought about doing gymnastics or anything like that. So I got up, and I walked in front of him, and I was hesitant about doing the backflip. I was like, "Jordan, I can't do this backflip. Like, I've never done it before. I'm scared." And he had this positive vibe about him, and he goes, "No, do it. Like, you'll land on your feet." And he's like, "You can do it. I'll be there to help." And since he had that positive vibe, I trusted him that he wouldn't kill me. So, I don't know. I did the backflip, landed on my feet, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And he's like, "See, you did it." And he made me conquer fear too, because I was always scared of making my body roll over backwards or frontwards and all this other stuff. But I don't know. He's seen something in me, and from then on, he was always the head coach, not coach, but the head teacher of a gymnastics activity block, and I always fought to be in it. Like 6th and 7th grade, I'd go down there if I didn't get it in. I'd be like, "Jordan, can you please put me in it? Like, I love it." And when I was touching equipment down there, I always had the feel for gymnastics, and he told me in my 8th grade year, "I really do think that you should become a gymnast." And I thought about it, and when I left middle school, I was like, "Oh my God, that seems so girly and all this, and I don't think I could dress up in a leotard and look like a girl in spandex and twirl around on the floor or something." But I don't know. When the winter sports meeting came around, I decided to jump into it, and I sat there through the meeting, listened to them talk, and I went down to the gymnastics gym, and, well, not the gym, into the dance room where they had a meeting to be on the team. And I went on the team. Jordan's face lit up when he see me go in there. And what he had to tell me was he was always telling me to go on the right path. And I was walking down this path for a little bit, but I always had to listen to what he had to tell me. And because he did, I am here today talking to you guys. And if I did not listen to him, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be an inspirational, like, object or inspirational pitch for these little kids that I teach today. And because of that, I wanted to thank Jordan Marino for putting me where I am today. And I would like to thank Ms. Sheffer for also letting me do a TED Talk today. And I want to give a thank you to all of them and all the teachers and all the audience today. And I want a big round of applause to Ms. Sheffer. Thank you.